the rule that has made it possible for Nigeria to get itself into the playoffs is very, very, very unfair to competitive nature of football or sport in general. I do not think that Nigerians merit that, qualification into the playoffs. You might think that I am jealous or it's coming from a place of hate or banter. No. I do not think that this law is fair at all. A country like Burkina Faso, right? A country like Burkina Faso plays Djibouti, which was the last place team, right? They beat Djibouti 6-0 when they came to Burkina Faso. Inside of Djibouti's territory, they beat them 4-1. Now, mind you, Burkina Faso had to prepare their team, board aeroplane, go there, like all the treatment to get 6 maximum points from the weakest team. And yet, Burkina Faso must suffer 6-point deficit just so Nigeria will get that space to go. How about Uganda? Uganda that played against, I believe, Somalia, beating them 2-0 and 1-0, also getting 6 maximum points. Only for Nigeria that drew against Zimbabwe, both home and away. So, just amassing 2 points. 2-point deduction from Nigeria. How does this even make sense? I do well, and because of somebody's, forfeiture from the AFCON, the qualifiers to the World Cup, I that played well and got my 6 points. 6 points must be deducted from my team. How is this sensible? Somebody should explain this to me. How does this make sense? So I do well and I get punished. I don't do well and then I'm all good. This is not because I'm a Ghanaian. I never even knew that this law existed until about 2 days ago. And I keep thinking about it. Why? What about this law? So an African country decides to forfeit, not to play in the qualifiers. What happened to the 3 points that is given to a team, or is awarded to a team that decides that they are going to play, and then the 3 point that is deducted from the team that is okay? Let me take this part. What happened to the rule that says that if a team decides not to play or forfeit a particular match, the team that they play against, they are rewarded 3 points plus 3 goals? So I was thinking that in Eritrea's group, points would have been awarded to all the 5 teams. That would have mean that each team in Eritrea's group would have had 6 points plus 6 goals. 6 points plus 6 goals. That would have been their advantage to that team. And then so that the second place team will go and play the playoffs. But for a country to, go through all this, all the preparations, go away, go and play. Some of them got 4 points, win and a draw. A country like Uganda, Burkina Faso are not going to play to the playoffs because they got 6 points and Nigeria got 2 points. How? Look, I made a video and I said that I would wish that Nigeria qualifies, because a lot of the African countries, when they go into the World Cup, they just go and look at teams, take selfies, do nothing, and they are brought back home. In Africa, Ghana, Senegal, Cameroon, and quite recently Morocco, they are the only teams that when they get into the World Cup, they are able to perform. Yes, Cote d'Ivoire as well. They are the only teams that perform. The rest of the teams, sometimes they'll go disgrace themselves and return. You understand? So I actually wanted Nigeria to qualify. because we know Nigerians are big boys, they are big names, and when we get into the World Cup, I'm sure they are going to do well. That said, this particular qualification, I do not think they merit it, because Nigerians, or Nigeria as a country or as a footballing nation, in this particular qualifiers were absolutely abysmal. I watched some of the matches, and it's as though like the players did not care. It looked as though they knew about this rule, and so they played it to their advantage. Sincerely, I don't think Nigeria merits this at all. I don't. That said, among the top 4 countries that we're playing, that is Cameroon, Gabon, DR Congo, and Nigeria itself, may the best team win. Now, even if you win from this top 4 teams, that is not it. You now have to go and play against some South American teams in Mexico or Mexico. And then the team that emerges, or I think 2 teams will emerge, and those 2 teams will join the rest of the teams that have already qualified to go play the World Cup. And this is going to be somewhere March of next year, 2026. So Nigeria could have avoided all these and act as the big boys that they are, beating everybody and qualified. Just imagine that South Africa, points were deducted from South Africa, and South Africa still tops the group. Is this not disgraceful? Doesn't that show that Nigeria, they did not even come to the party? If not for Victor Osimhen, I don't even think that Nigerians would have been able to qualify. The team, look, Nigeria has some of the biggest names on the African continent, right? But the team, the Nigerian team, is bad. Look, I know that the team for Ghana has been abysmal. From AFCON, we didn't play well. African qualifiers, we didn't play well. Even the last World Cup, we didn't play well. Ghanaians had lost hope. But some way, somehow, maybe it's because of the kind of teams that we are playing. But these same Comoros that beat us last time, we were able to, beat them 1. Not convincing performance. But at least, we merit our qualification. I think whoever made this rule should be cancelled. It should be taken out. Because it doesn't make sense that somebody or a country goes through everything, prepares adequately, and 6 points will be taken out of that country's points. So if, for example, there is one team that struggled against another team, lost all, but managed to get, let's say, around 16 points. It means that no points would have been deducted from that country's points. Nothing. And that country would have qualified, even though they were abysmal. Just like Nigeria. They got 2 points out of a possible 6. Burkina Faso gets 6 points out of a possible 6. Uganda same, and they are not going. How is this fair? How is this fair? Somebody should make it make sense to me. I get 6 points. I don't get to be rewarded. I get 2 and I'm rewarded. How is this sensible? How does this make sense? Maybe I do not understand it. That is how come it doesn't make sense to me. But I think every objective mind out there, this rule should not make sense. Maybe we should speak to FIFA so that FIFA change this rule immediately. Because if this rule affects some other countries, like Masa, I got the name is a celebrity. Congratulations to all the African teams that have qualified. In 2026, we'll be going to the US, Canada, or Mexico. Just how we're able to make it there, Go there, have fun. Hopefully, Ghana brings the trophy home. My smile is broad, eh? Because I'm asking for an impossible wish. But who knows? It's football. Anything can happen. Do not forget to hit on the subscription button. Leave comment. Let's just chat in the comment section. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you. I'm out.